Hey, what's going on, YouTube? What's going on, fellow investors? Man, every time I look at the ETFs or the exchange traded funds, I always tend to run into Vanguard and their selection of exchange traded funds or ETFs. And at the center of attention is always VOO or the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF or VTI, which is the Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF. And I started looking around and I'm like, I know there's more. And there are, such as the SPLGs and some of those. And I'm like, I want something different. And what I've done is actually found an ETF at a lower price, will make me feel better psychologically, where I'm going to get more shares and feel like more ownership. And it's investing in some great companies. And what I want to do in this video is talk about the Charles Schwab Broad Market ETF, ticker symbol SCHB. S is in Sam, H is in Harry. I'm sorry, C is in Charles, H is in Harry, B is in Bob, SCHB. And I want to look at the past performances. I want to look at the dividends. There's so much I want to do with this that we're going to get started. With that being said, hey, welcome to Investing with Rod, everyone. On this channel, we talk about stocks, we talk about crypto, we talk about exchange traded funds or ETFs, but more importantly, we talk to you about how you can invest on a budget. You only have $5, $10, $20 to invest. Even if you only have $1, you're in the right place, because your boy Rod is going to show you how to do it. I'm not going to invest for you. I use Robinhood for stocks and some crypto, and I use Coinbase for crypto. I'm just going to tell you what I'm invested in and make sure you understand this video is for educational and informational purposes only. Do your research before investing any of your hard-earned money. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Let's get this video to at least 50 likes. And with that being said, you know what time it is. Let's get paid, baby. All right, we are going to be going straight into it, to my Robinhood account. And there we already have it up. The Schwab U.S. Broad Market ETF. Ticker symbol is right. Let me get on the page here. Ticker symbol is right here, SCHB. The Schwab U.S. Broad Market ETF. As you can see, it's currently trading at $22.71. Very, very affordable. And I'm going to refresh real quick to make sure we have, that's the total thing. Let's go ahead and click back on that to make sure we have, there we are, 2271. And I am going to be doing a video on where this Robinhood account is sitting since we started. Stay tuned for that. I may drop that this week. All right, SCHB is up 46 cents a day, or 2.04%. Now, this is just today. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to do something different, because I really don't want to get in the habit of telling people what it's going to do in a week or a month or 3 months, because I kind of want people to hold these stocks, hold these investments, hold these ETFs, so you can build a solid foundation and then turn that foundation into an entire home or entire investment nest egg. So what we're going to do is go ahead and start year to date. Now, I did make my screen a little bigger so people can see. Now, this is one thing I noticed here. It is down only 11 cents year to date, 0.48%. A lot of the market was taking hits. The big companies were taking hits. So this is expected. So from January to May, we're looking at this ETF being down, but I'm not worried about that. This is where I want people to start focusing on. Yes, look at year to date to see what it's been doing, but then look at 1 year, 5 year. You can go out to max, and we'll do that. So in 1 year, Schwab is up 10.53%, right along with the S&P 500. And I'm going to show you a difference between this stock and VTI in a moment. It's up 2016 cents a share in the past year. I can deal with that. How much money am I going to put into this? I don't know yet, but stay tuned, because we're going to do it together. Now, what has it done in the last 5 years? I'm probably going to fully retire in the next 5 years. I'm partially retired now. And some people may have a 5-year goal. So what has it done in the last 5 years? We're going to scroll down. In the last 5 years, it's up $10.78, up 90.31% in the past 5 years. You basically almost doubled your money. I mean, you got 1,000, you start with 1,000, in 5 years you got 2. The more you start with, I wouldn't even worry about necessarily starting with 1,000. Like we say here, start on a budget. Maybe start with 100, start with 1,000 if you got it. But every time you get paid or every time you can, the beauty of Robinhood is you can buy fractional shares. You don't have to invest the full $22.71. You can do $2, $5, $10, $12. But keep putting some in it, because at the end of that 5-year mark, you're going to have even more money, and it's not going to be money you invested. It's going to be money you accumulated because of this return, such as 90.31%. Now, keep in mind, past performances does not indicate future performance. Keep that in mind. So going on down here. Now, what I did, this is to show you my market value is $1.01. Reason that is I wanted to go ahead and buy some so I didn't forget it. And I can look at this portfolio. A lot of times I may put something in here that I'm watching, but if I don't put it anywhere, if I put it in my phone with a million notes in my phone, I may not ever see it again. But if I put it on Robinhood, I'm gonna see it again. So my average cost is $22.59. I think it was up to what, $22.71. So okay, that tell me I made a little money. And now what I want to do here is go to the About section. SCHB, we're right here, tracks a cap-weighted index of the largest 2,500 stocks in the U.S. The listed name for SCHB is Schwab US, and they're talking about the full name. So 2,500 stocks. I already like that. And right now, it's really got 2,412 stocks. It is large blend. The Dow Jones U.S. Broad Stock Market, and inception date of when they started this fund was November 3rd, 2009. Now, what I like about this over VTI, VTI is tracking about 3,600 stocks. And yes, it's cool to have, you have more flexibility and more diversity the more stocks you have in the ETF. But sometimes I feel like there may be too many, like 3,600. I'm more comfortable with 2,500. Hopefully Schwab maybe weeded out 1,100 of those stocks that wasn't performing quite well. Now, what's in this fund? We do have the top 3. I'm just going to go over 31.51% technology, 14.18% financial services, and 10.77 consumer cyclical. Let's go ahead and break it down. I'm not going to go over all that for the sake of time, but the top 10 holdings that make up 31% of this fund. So 10 out of the 2,500 make up pretty much a third of this fund. So the other 66%, or in this case, 69%, is spread out amongst the other 2,400 and whatever it was, 2 funds. So we have Microsoft, the top holding at 5.98% of the asset. NVIDIA, 5.74%. I like that. Apple, 5.24%. So notice the tech is pretty much, and it's more tech, but the big dogs are pretty much 5.55%, close to 6. Then you got Amazon at 3.38, Meta Platforms, which is Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, 2.46% of the portfolio. You have Broadcom, and then Alphabet, Google's parent company, as well as Tesla and Berkshire Hathaway. Then you have Alphabet Class C, which is Google. You're gonna, mostly in the ETF, you'll see Class A and C. Most people purchase A. Some of the heavy hitters may purchase C because they have certain voting rights, where in A you don't have those rights. So we're going to keep going. Now, one thing I like to look at, and again, notice I'm doing this a little different. I'm going a little more in depth. I'm not going to purchase any stock in this or anything in this video. What I want to do is just show you some of the key things to look for as well. Now, obviously, you can see it's on my watch list, and I actually bought some in my Fidelity account earlier today. Assets under management, or AUM, is $32 billion. If $32 billion is invested in this fund, does it mean it's great? No. Does it mean it's going to make double my money? No. But it let me know that people believe in the last, 16 years, it was incepted in 2009 or started in 2009. It's letting me know that people believe in this. I'm not going over all these numbers here. This thing here is huge. Expense ratio. You want to look at that dividend yield. That let me know. I don't really get focused on the number. It let me know there is a dividend. And right here, expense ratio, I want this as low as possible. 0.03 is extremely low. Basically, you're paying $3 a year for every $10,000 that you have invested. That's nothing. I mean, you don't have to manage anything. If they move stuff in and out of SCHB, then that's on them. And this is different thing people also own. But what I want to do is focus on this right here. What has it done in the long term? So in 3 years, it's made 11.35%. I can live with that. I mean, that's pretty much the S&P 500. And in 5 years, it's up 15.05%. And in 10 years, 11.6%. And since inception in 2009, 13.21%. So that's telling me right there, man, ladies and gentlemen, I'm cool with 13% over 10 years. This probably, will it be my main investment? No. Will it be an actual investment that I'll keep dollar cost averaging and putting money in certain intervals and curious to see where it'll be 5-10 years from now? Yes, it will be that. I don't see SCHB going anywhere in my portfolio. It will probably be there until I fully retire, until I pass it on. Well, with that being said, do me a favor. Have you ever heard of SCHB? Do you currently own SCHB? Have you thought about it and didn't know much about it and needed to do a little more research? Or do you have it and you're killing the game? Please post it in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Again, if you haven't done so, subscribe to the channel, give a video a thumbs up, hit that notification bell, hit the like button. And with all that being said, shoot for the moon. If you don't make it, you'll be amongst the stars. I can guarantee you. I will be coming at you soon, dropping more heat, dropping more fire, dropping more knowledge, but more importantly, showing you how to invest on a budget. Hope y'all have a good one. See you soon. Peace.